everyone, Mermaid Caylis here, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the newest tail of the month from FinFun, the Hip Flip Tail. Now, try saying that 3 times fast. I'll wait. Anyway, so this tail is for the month of October. This is the limited edition tail of the year, and it is really an interesting concept. So if you haven't seen the Hip Flip fin before, this is actually a tail that has 2 different colors and essentially 2 different tails. One side is green and one side is purple. When there is a tag, it's usually along the side of the tail skin itself. So the really cool thing about the Hip Flip is that you can wear it either green side or purple side, and no one can tell you that it's backwards or it's on wrong because you can wear it both ways. When we first saw a sneak preview of this tail, I was a little surprised because it did remind me a lot of the Lotus Moon tail. What we did see was the purple side. And then we saw the green side. So I wasn't sure, oh, are we having 2 tails of the month? Little did I know that they were going to be put together in one tail. So if this is a tail where you like uniformity and you want it all to be one tail, front and back, I suppose if you really wanted to and if you really were careful, you could splice the 2 of them together, getting 2 different tails and making one completely purple tail and one completely green tail. But where's the fun in that when you can have 2 spooky looks in one tail skin? And when I first thought about this tail, I immediately thought of Perry and Pearl from Monster High, which I don't know if that's aging me a little bit, but that is a doll from the Great Scarier Reef line, or a mermaid, with 1 tail but 2 heads and 2 different personalities. So I wonder if I will get a similar vibe now that I actually have the Hip Flip. So let's take it out and see. Again, everyone deserves to dream, and if your dream includes having 2 different sets of scales and 1 tail, that dream has just come true. Now, I'm sorry that the light might not do this justice. It's getting cold out, so it's getting very dark very quickly, and I'm coming home from work. Ooh, okay, so first glance, this does not really look like the Lotus Moon tail. Now, it does have similar colors in that there's pinks, purples, blues, and obviously there's green, but just looking at it from here, this is definitely not the Lotus Moon. Now, if you look closely, it does have striations on the sides of the fin, and of course there's the foil dot, which looks a little bit more pink on this side, whereas on the green side it looks more gold. I don't actually know what color the foil dots themselves really are. It's very difficult to tell because they blend in so seamlessly with each tail that it's just like, I don't know where they keep getting all these sequins in these particular colors from. So let's hold up the purple side because that's what came out first. So it starts off magenta at the top and it goes into a more gradual indigo blue. And let's get down to the bottom. Ooh, I really like this. There are a few little blue spots when it starts to hit purple. And here's the fluke. Ooh, I really like this. I really like the flecks of blue inside the pink and vice versa. This is really seamlessly put together and I'm really a fan of this. So here's what the Hip Flip purple side looks like. Of course we have our dip tips. And now we're going to get into the really cool part. So this tail is 2-sided as I mentioned, but it's not just it stops pink here and now it's immediately green. There is a black edge, which fades in from this purple right here. So it's dark purple to black, and then when you flip it around, it goes into the blues and greens on the sides of the green side of the tail. So that's a detail that I really like. You could have just had color block, and perhaps the seams wouldn't match up. I'm very picky about seams and designs and making sure that they all end up uniformly on both sides of the tail, and FinFun really hit the nail on the head with this. So let's start from the top on the green side. And if you can see right here, starts off almost yellow kind of green, goes down into a kind of bluier green into a teal color. And what I really like about this scale pattern, it does get a little bit bigger up by the waistband and eventually smaller down by the fluke itself. And what's a really neat feature is that some scales have flecks of yellow in them, and then some of them have flecks of darker blues and greens. So it's not on every single scale, but it's a nice touch. Let's hold it up long ways, and down here we get more into the blue side. Ooh, I really am a fan of this fluke. It kind of reminds me, if you've ever been underwater in either a blue-lined pool or in the ocean and you look upwards, kind of like when you're under the water still, but you can see the light filtering in. That's what this fluke reminds me of. And I don't know if it's the little flecks of yellow, almost like little flecks of light coming down from the water, but I really like how this side looks. So I'm going to put my monofin inside. I think I'm going to put the purple side up, so that's where the feet pockets will be, and we'll take a look at it in a monofin. Alright, here we are with the monofin inside of the tail, giving it a nice structure, and you can really see just how beautiful that this fluke looks. Even on this side, it still has that filtering through kind of look. I can't say that I've ever swam in purpley pink water, though I would really like to one day, but it still has the same effect, especially right over here where the light shading color is almost white. It's very ethereal looking. And if we were to flip it the other way, you can get a better look at where the tails meet up, and that it's a gradual shift from blues and greens towards a black and back around into the purple. I can't say that I've seen too many tails that don't have patterns that go all the way around the tail. Granted, this does have the same essential pattern to it, where there's striations going down the leg part, and that the fluke design is pretty much the same, but the colors are different, and that there is a really seamless transition between two drastically different color palettes. So this tail has really changed my perspective on uniformity and having tails look 100% completely the same all the way around. Now, I do normally like that in my tails, but I do find that this unique look is a really fun and interesting way to change up your look without having to spend a whole lot of money. Granted, I think the only downside is that once you have your feet pockets in one side, if you are going to be swimming and you want to change your scales midway through your swim, you will have to remove the tail completely, so you will have to get yourself back into an already wet tail, and you'll already be wet. If you don't have a problem with that, then that's no issue for you. I know that some people don't really want to change their tail once they've already gotten it wet, so if that is a concern for you, make sure you put on the side that you really wanted to wear that day. If not, then by all means, take it on, take it off, and swim to your heart's content and change up your look. That's totally cool. But I really do like this design. I kind of want one purple side and one green side complete, just because I am really indecisive, and I'll say, oh, I want to wear the pink. No, I want to wear the green. No, I want to wear the pink. No, I want to wear the green. But, fun thing, I can wear both now. So, this is the Hip Flip tail from FinFun. This is, again, the October tail of the month, and this is a limited edition tail. So, if you really like to change up your look in one tail, and you think that this would be a great addition to your collection, then by all means, swim on over before there are none left. Thank you so much, FinFun, for sending me this really fun tail for the month of Halloween, where tricks and treats are abound, and I hope to see you in your set of scales too. Bye-bye!